I just want to thank you all for being here so much. My name is Jessie Bender. Some of you may know me as Bender. Some of you may know me by my married name, Lazar. Some of you don't know me at all, which is why I'm introducing myself. When this mass immigration deportation agenda started last year, my friends and I immediately became really concerned that this was going to come home. And I'm surprised that it didn't come home more quickly than it did. But it's here now. Recently, Hazleton's Mayor Jeff Gassat and the Chief of Police entered into a federal immigration agreement program called 287G. And that is a program where federal immigration agents deputize local police departments to allow them to conduct federal immigration enforcement. At a city council meeting last month, Mayor Gassat addressed the public concerns, saying that the intention is for the Hazleton Police Department to act as a buffer in between the residents of Hazleton and the immigration enforcement agents. Chief Schoonemaker also spoke. Schoonemaker also spoke, and he dismissed concerns over mass illegal immigration raids as fear-mongering. Let me be clear. Paying attention to what is happening in communities across the country and saying, no thank you, we do not want that here, is not fear-mongering, it is civic engagement. Yeah. Woo! Under the current administration, ICE has become a lawless paramilitary. Armed with military-grade weapons and equipment, they are terrorizing communities like ours across the country. Stephen Miller, the Deputy Chief of Staff, set a quota of 3,000 immigration deals. You may know him as Lord Voldemort or perhaps Nosferatu. He has set a quota of 3,000 arrests for detentions a day. A highly unreasonable quota, which has led to agents raiding construction sites and Home Depot parking lots where they are picking up hardworking people who are just trying to feed their families. Agents are receiving training. They're not receiving training in crowd control or proper use of weapons and proper use of force. They are, however, being directly instructed, the new recruits, to circumvent existing laws, such as use of force to enter homes without a judicial warrant, which is a direct violation of our Fourth Amendment constitutional rights. What do you get when you arm a massive militia of poorly trained recruits, give them an unrealistic quota to meet, instruct them to break the law, and tell them that they have absolute immunity to do so? You get chaos, you get violence, and you get loss of life. We've seen members of the press deliberately targeted with rubber bullets in Los Angeles. We have seen members of the clergy shot in the head with rubber pepper balls in Portland. Children pepper sprayed in Halloween parades in Chicago, and U.S. citizens executed at point-blank range in Minneapolis. We've seen families ripped apart at immigration courthouses when they show up for regularly scheduled check-ins and hearings. People who were documented in the system and doing everything that they were told to do. We've seen children used as bait to lure parents out of safety, like little Liam Ramos in the blue bunny hat, who was used as bait to lure his mother out of her house, and when the attempt was unsuccessful, little Liam was sent from Minneapolis.
Make it loud.
To a detention center in Texas, where he quickly grew ill due to the poor conditions in which they were held. Local police departments are also not the only ones profiting from this arrangement. Immigration detention has become a lucrative for-profit industry that has exploded under the current administration. Prison groups like Core Civic and Geo Group were some of the biggest donors to Trump's campaign, and the mass immigration detention happening now is a kickback to them for that investment. Everybody within those walls is a dollar sign to them, not a human. Human beings are being stuffed 50 to 100 people to a cell that is meant to hold 10. One toilet for 50 to 100 people. Reports of spoiled food, shortage of clean water, and limited to no ability to shower. No access to legal counsel. Children held for the better part of a year with no access to education. Mayor and the Chief of Police would have us believe that all of this is irrelevant. That Hazleton will somehow be the miraculous exception to all of these goings-on. What guarantees can our mayor and the chief of police provide that there will be no sweeping raids? Is it because the nice ICE agents gave their word? ICE, in its current form, is an agency that has shown time and time again over the course of the past 12 months that it cannot be trusted to act within the confines of the law. We cannot simply take the word of the mayor and the chief of police and be reassured. Any trust between the Hazleton Police Department and the residents of Hazleton will be shattered by the police's participation in this program. We have seen what we have seen, and we will not be lulled into a false sense of security, especially by people who stand to profit from their partnership with these lawless federal agents. It is unacceptable to think that the Latino community in Hazleton would be afraid to move around freely in their own community for fear of their being profiled for their skin color or their spoken language. We do not want to see our friends and neighbors disappearing to faraway detention centers where they lose contact with everyone they know. We do not want to see families in our community torn apart, fathers taken from their children, children taken from their mothers. No one deserves to live in fear for their safety or the safety of their children, and no amount of reassurances from the mayor or the chief of police is enough to dispel those fears. If Mayor Cassatt and the chief of police wish to avail themselves of the financial benefits of the 287G program, now is not the time. I would argue that there will never be a right time for this task force model to be used, but if there was ever a wrong time, it is now. There are 2.5 years left in this administration, after which point Stephen Miller will almost certainly no longer be calling the shots. We are calling on the mayor and the chief of police to wait. That is all. We're not saying never, but what we are saying, as loud as we can, is not now. The 287G program in Hazleton, under the current leadership in Washington and its inhumane immigration agenda, must end. To our Latino community, you are seen, you are valued, and you belong here.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys. I would like to introduce my friend and fellow activist David Dominguez, who would also like to say a few words.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Gracias a todos. Thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your day. Gracias por tomar tiempo de su día a unirse para la democracia. We are uniting together for democracy. But first, I have a little speech called The Audacity of Trust. Tengo un papel que quiero leer que se llama La Audacidad de la Confianza. We're gathered here today, neighbors, friends, at the corner of Church and Diamond, not out of malice and not out of a desire to divide. Nos reunimos hoy, no para dividir, ni para compartir malicia. We are here because we believe in a simple, fundamental truth. That community is only as strong, as safe, as the trust we build within one another. Una comunidad solo tiene fuerza según la confianza y el querer de cumplir con uno y otro. Una comunidad que pueda luchar juntos, no importa su raza, su descendencia, nacionalidad. A community that fights together, no matter the race, nationality, or origin. Make no mistake, no me confunden. I'm a man who believes in the rule of law. I'm a man who respects the difficult and often dangerous work our law enforcement officers must do. No se equivoquen. Yo soy un hombre que cree en la regla de la ley. No significa que nuestros oficiales son todos que están abusando de los derechos. But I do believe that officers have a choice to keep our streets safe and quiet, our children safe. Yo sí estoy consciente de que nuestros oficiales tienen que mantener nuestras calles, salvo nuestros niños, cuidado, a cuido. I believe that the police department is an integral part of our neighborhoods. But yo creo que los policías son una parte integral de nuestra comunidad. Pero I also believe in the track record and history that ICE has brought throughout our country. También creo en el historial de ICE que ha traído a través de nuestra nación. Starting at 1996, when I was born, empezaron en el 1996, cuando nací. Immigration Customs Enforcement has done nothing but stop and frisk. They have done nothing but abuse power. They have done nothing but out. And at one point, they're getting close to acting like the secret police of Germany. La policía ha hecho nada, pero abusar. La policía, que me refiero, es ICE. Los que enfuerzan la ley de inmigración al nivel federal. Esta policía está siguiendo pasos de la policía secreta de Alemania en esos tiempos. And when Hazleton decides to allow our local police to cooperate with ICE, they aren't just changing a policy, they are breaking a promise. Cuando la policía decide trabajar con ICE, ellos están rompiendo una promesa. Ellos están rompiendo la promesa de compartir con una comunidad. They are breaking the promise of sharing with a community. You know what? I don't need this. Yo no necesito esto. All right? Hazleton is a city of immigrants. Hazleton is and always will be the place that welcomes immigrants. Hazleton es una ciudad de inmigrantes y siempre va a ser una ciudad de inmigrantes. Desde que se fundó la ciudad, since the city was founded, the Welsh, the Irish, the Polish, the Italians, and now the Hispanics. Desde que se fundó la ciudad, los irlandeses, los polacos, los checoslovaquianos y ahora los hispanos. Esto es una ciudad de inmigrantes y siempre va a ser una ciudad de inmigrantes. Esta ciudad no fuera ciudad sin los inmigrantes. This would not be a city without the immigrants. To enforce and deny and abuse and partner with people who are anti-immigrant and make it their mission to discriminate against immigrants is a tragedy. Hazleton is a microcosm of our nation. Hazleton es un espejo de nuestra nación. Cuando yo tenía 9 años, no podía creer que miraba a ICE día tras día. Tenía amistades que perdieron sus padres. Tenía amistades que tenían familias rotas. When I was 9 years old, Hazleton had ICE going up and down the streets. I had friends who had broken homes. I had friends who had broken families. People who go to work. People who are not committing crimes. It's not a crime to be illegal on stolen land. All right? No es un crimen ser indocumentado en un solar robado. Aquí todos somos inmigrantes. We are all immigrants at our core. And all I want all of us to take home with us tonight is that we will continue to fight for democracy. This is living proof that the rights we have must be earned. Lo que quiero que todos ustedes se lleven a casa esta noche es que la democracia hay que luchar por ella. Esto es prueba de que los derechos se ganan, no se regalan. Thank you. Would anyone else like to come take the stage?
Miss Allison, too.
Yeah.
Spell your name out like, Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
dear.
No, I didn't want to tell you.
No. I don't think, right? Just I can talk now. Really?
Yeah, you gotta hold it like a gun. You just talk right into it.
Okay. Hi. Do I need this?
Yes.
Yes.
I do?
Yes.
Why?
Talk
Oh,
right
it has to
into
go
it.
all the way up
There you
there.
go.
Oh my goodness.
The closer, the better.
All right. Hi. I'm Maria Giacchetti.
You could unclip this so you don't have to.
Okay. You can put it back. Give me
You
something.
take that
Okay.
and just click the button.
Beautiful technology is beautiful when it works, and it's not working.
Hold the button down.
I have to do it this way. Oh, okay, I'll be brief given my technological problems. I'm Maria Giacchetti. I'm born and raised in Hazleton. I'm a teacher and a writer. If I were actually in the brick and mortar classroom with freshmen now, it would be tough for a lot of reasons. But the big part is that we're living in a hypocrisy right now rather than a democracy. Because if we look at the founding documents of this country, nothing that we are doing now fits in, even though a lot of laws are being manipulated, twisted, like Turkish taffy on a hot summer day, right? What can we do? Well, this is a nice crowd. It's better than the crowd we had in 2017 when Trump was getting inaugurated, I guess is the word, crowned. But we fought England to get away from kings, and I'm not even sure that he would qualify as a king. He qualifies as a monster right now. Because democracy was a dream since the ancient Greeks, and they didn't get it really very well done. But when it came to these people in these states, democracy became a real possibility. And that is why Thomas Jefferson in the Declaration of Independence says we move toward a more perfect union. A more perfect union. Well, I'm an English teacher. How can you say more perfect, right? If you're perfect, you're perfect. But he brought us a paradox. He himself had a lot of problems, right? We know history, we know Jefferson had problems. But in that statement, in the Declaration of Independence, we understand that as a nation, we need to keep evolving. Being here today is the first step. I wish we could fill the whole park. You know, a lot of people are afraid to come out. We have to convince them to get beyond their fears, because those who are doing this to us want us to be afraid. And as long as we are afraid of anything, we are not free. Woo! Woo! God bless all of you.
Amen.
Woo! Thanks, honey. Thanks, Sujay.
One last thing. We are here protesting for those that are showing fear. But this is not going to be the first nor the last. Until we have a city that cares and partners with its citizens and believes in the trust of its citizens, we will continue. Quiero decirle que estamos aquí protestando, nada más no es contra el acuerdo 287G y ICE. Estamos aquí protestando para los que tienen miedo. Estamos aquí porque esta no va a ser ni la primera ni la última protesta. Estamos aquí para defender y acordarle a todos que tienen derechos. Remember, we all have rights. Thank you.